The video's explanations are based on the market capitalization of the coin. To stay up to date on all the latest XRP news and cryptocurrency news in general, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give it a like. Here you may see it. Eliki's chief legal officer of Ripple was adamant that XRP's non-security classification will be maintained even though the Securities and Exchange Commission might file an appeal. According to Alderode, the ruling of Judge Annalisa Torres on the selling of XRP on the secondary market is now precedent and will remain so notwithstanding any appeal that the SEC may pursue. The chief legal officer of Ripple has stated that XRP's non-security classification remains unchanged, even though there has been talk about the SEC potentially appealing in a recent crypto law discussion. Alderode reiterated his view that XRP's legal position will remain steady during his TV appearance with J.W. Verrett. The communication, which was leaked by an influential member of the XRP community called Digital Asset Investor, covered topics such as the potential impact of an appeal to the SEC on XRP's regulatory trajectory. An important ruling on XRP's non-security classification is made in this piece. According to Alderode, the decision by Judge Torres on XRP's non-security status is a historic case that has lasting significance. As part of this, we have determined that XRP secondary market transactions do not qualify as investment contracts. According to Ripple's chief legal officer, the odds of a higher court support reversing such a verdict are exceedingly low. Given the Second Circuit Court's track record of issuing few reversals, Al-Jarati is more convinced than ever that XRP will be classed as a non-security asset. This circuit has a record of reversal for lower court rulings less than 10, which Judge Torres noted out, which strengthens the credibility of his well-reasoned conclusion. Despite rumors that the SEC may file an appeal, Ripple's top legal officer has stated that XRP's non-security status remains unchanged. It is our firm belief that the SEC's efforts to reverse the court's ruling will fail. Alderode added, the SEC's efforts will fail, we are certain, because Judge Torres carefully considered every angle of this issue. The announcement bolsters XRP's current legal position and emphasizes the stance's sturdiness in relation to potential challenges. The XRP ledger XRPLR has been the subject of recurrent rumors, but Ripple's chief technology officer David Schwartz took to social media to put an end to them. A number of publications accused Schwartz of classifying XRPL as permission, semi-permission, or trusted. In response, Schwartz supplied further evidence. He strongly disagreed with these depictions, saying they were inaccurate. The decentralization of governance over the XRP ledger is something that Schwartz stressed. To do this, it employs a consensus system run by separate validators. This technology ensures that all legal transactions are processed quickly. Also, the protocol gets rid of the issue of double spending, which is a big deal with digital transactions because it means the same money can't be spent twice. In addition, he mentioned that blockchains have multiple potential solutions to the problem of double spending. The fact that the problem has been resolved should be the main point of contention. That XRPL is decentralized is made clear by this fact, contrary to the claims made in other descriptions, the results of Ripple's triumph in court and its implications. Furthermore, Ripple was elated following a tremendous triumph in the courtroom. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, achieved a substantial reduction in the fines and penalties they initially sought according to a court ruling. The SEC had asked for a $2 billion fine, but the court only ordered $125 million. According to Brad Garlinghouse, chief executive officer of Ripple, the ruling is a major win that helps the company financially. This move, which one of the company's co-founders, Chris Larson, saw to mean a shift in the SEC stance on Bitcoin regulation, and he was relieved. This outcome has far-reaching implications for the entire Bitcoin ecosystem, along with being advantageous to Ripple. One interpretation is that it is a kind of protest against overly strict regulations. After Ripple won over regulators, the financial sector reacted strongly. The XRP ledger's native cryptocurrency, XRP, has seen a 25% boost in value since the introduction. Investors' positive attitude and growing faith in XRP are reflected in this rise. Another thing that this shows is how tightly linked judicial rulings, government actions, and cryptocurrency values are. Consensus technique and distributed nature of the XRP ledger remain critical to Ripple's operations despite the fact that the company is still facing problems with regulation and oversight. These new developments show how important it is to know blockchain technology inside and out and use it correctly. Concerned about reports of an impending appeal to the SEC, Alderode has offered a direct assessment. He acknowledged the SEC's tendency for what he called unreasonable behavior, so it's possible an appeal may be filed. Notwithstanding this, he firmly suggested that the SEC stay away from this path. The advertisement banner. According to Alderati, the primary duty of the SEC is to protect investors. He argued that appealing this decision would go against that goal, especially as there are no allegations of fraud, victimization, or injury in the case at hand. Based on Alderwood's observation, the court severely criticized the Securities and Exchange Commission for engaging in legal maneuverings instead of following the letter of the law. This behavior could jeopardize the agency's main goals and harm investor interests. As a result, the court urged the SEC to reevaluate its approach to appealing rulings. In view of the continuing dispute, the SEC is reviewing its litigation options. Legal tactics used by the SEC, according to Alderati, are fruitless and will most certainly fail in courts of greater jurisdiction. The reason being that the SEC's attempts to vastly expand, according to his prediction, similar outcomes would be experienced by future appeals. In the future, courts of appeal will still reject them. In the end, the Supreme Court will turn them down. That the legal system will stand firm against the SEC's what he sees as disproportionate activities is evident in the self-assurance Alderati displays, as he put it. The chief legal officer of Ripple has stated that XRP's non-security classification remains unchanged. Notwithstanding rumors that an appeal by the SEC is imminent, the Securities and Exchange Commission's SEC has used earlier processes, such as an interlocutory appeal, to challenge the summary judgment order controlling XRP programmatic sales and other distributions, rather than tackle the question of XRP's status as a security head-on. Further review by the court led to its decision not to accept this appeal. Finally, crypto legislation has reached a watershed point. The continuing debate about how XRP should be classified by regulators marks a watershed moment in the history of cryptocurrency regulation. The non-secure information that has been released is not meant to be trading advice, according to Stuart Alderati, Ripple's chief legal officer, even though the Securities and Exchange Commission may appeal. Any investments derived from the data shown here are entirely at the investor's risk. We highly recommend that you do your own research and talk to an expert before making any investing decisions.